fruity. Before I get to today's topic, I just wanted to make a little announcement. I have 3 coaching spots open right now, so if you're interested in getting coaching from 40 Below Fruity, head over to 40belowfruity.com/coaching. If you have any questions, I can answer them. And now on to today's video. I never recommend calorie restriction or dieting at all on any kind of lifestyle with my channel. And it's simply because I don't feel that it ever works long term, and it just causes a whole host of problems. So one comment I always get on my YouTube channel, and they're like, well, if fruit doesn't make you fat, then why did Andrew Perlot gain weight on a fruit diet? Why did he get fat on fruit? And it's so hard, okay, first off, to get an idea of people's results on YouTube or online, because people only share what they want to share. They can tell you whatever the hell they want. They don't have to tell you the truth, and they certainly don't have to tell you the habits that they have that they don't want you to know about. That would have been like me eating the corn that I ate a little while ago, a few months ago, and then saying, oh, I got fat on fruit, it's the fruit that made me fat. Meanwhile, the only reason that I gained weight from the raw starch to begin with is because I was eating less, and then I had to fill it up with something else, so I started binging on corn. And that is unfailingly what always happens. If you undereat, you start to binge. Usually when you binge, it's something high fat or just something that doesn't really digest well and gives you that heavy, full feeling. So back to Andrew Perlot. Before I go into his story and talk about why he got fat on fruit, because I really truly believe that I know why he got fat on fruit, I want to talk about something, and I wrote a couple notes here. So in 1944, there was a starvation experimentation, the Minnesota starvation experiment. And what they did was they had a control group where they put people on, then these are men, on 3,000 calories a day. And then they had a group they put on 1,500 calories a day. 1,500 calories a day is what the diet industry recommends if you want to lose weight. And it's what a lot of these raw fooders recommend as well. And I think it's total bull, and here's is why, okay? So they put these men on a 1,500 calorie diet for 6 months. You want to know what happened? This is what happened. And this is why the diet industry, like Slim Fast, The Zone, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, they all have repeat clients. And this is why, because it does not work long term. So these guys experience depression, emotional distress, self-mutilation, hair loss, reduction in strength, digestive problems, social withdrawal and isolation, decline in concentration and a lack in judgment, and increased hunger. One of these guys, okay, so these people actually worked during the experiment and lived their normal lives. And one of these guys worked at a grocery store, and he felt that he had a complete lack of willpower. No surprise there, because he wasn't eating enough. Then he binged on 2 sacks of popcorn and a couple bananas before he felt like he was able to get his willpower back under control. And I don't think there is such a thing as willpower. I think there's eating enough and not eating enough. So, there we go. Now on to Andrew Perlot's weight gain on a fruit diet. First off, if you're going to fast for weight loss, you're going to gain weight in the end. It happens every single time. And in this Minnesota experiment where they starved people on 1,500 calories a day, the guys afterwards were binging because they were so hungry and so lacking in calories and nutrients in their body. So they binged, and they gained 140% of their body fat back. And they gained a lot of fat and flabbiness in their stomach and in their buttocks, and it is no surprise there. So this is what happens. If you come from a past history of calorie restriction or just a reduction of calories, eating under 2,000 calories a day, and then you fast for 26 days where you're not getting any calories, your metabolism slows down, okay? I don't care how skinny you can get when you fast. You gain weight afterwards. It's inevitable. It happens to almost everybody I've talked to who's fasted in the past. Now, fasting is great because you can heal yourself from serious ailments. A friend of mine, Janelle, healed her endometriosis by fasting for 30 days. And it's incredible. If you have a serious disease, then I absolutely recommend fasting. But I don't recommend forced fasting for weight loss because it just simply doesn't work. And that's what happened to Andrew Perlot. So he was calorie restricting a bit before, and then he fasted for 26 days, and look what happened.
The first shot here actually shows me on day 3 of the fast, because I started fasting at home in Austin. And you can see I'm gradually getting thinner. You can see at this point I'm looking pretty thin. My muscles are pretty atrophied. The mitochondria have shrunken. My muscles haven't been used for an entire month. I've just been laying around.
So he lost weight, he got much, much thinner. His muscles started to atrophy. This is all very normal with fasting. But then afterwards, if you're going to start eating all the calories you care for, meaning 3,000, 5,000 a day, you have to expect fat gain and water retention gain. Do you know why? Because the human body has a natural instinct that if you go without food for a long period of time, as soon as you start eating again, you gain weight. It's a survival mechanism, and it's actually good that your body does this. And this is what happens to people who are anorexic or bulimic or just plain dieted before they came to the raw food lifestyle and the high calorie, high carb, raw food diet. And I get particularly angry about these videos of fruit made me fat, and I get really concerned for the people watching them because there is already enough fear around calories. We don't need to make more of it. The thing is, you have to be transparent, and you really got to do your research. If you're watching these videos and you're thinking, well, fruit made Andrew Perlot fat, or fruit made Swayze Foster fat. No, it's the other habits they had that they don't tell you about. It's the things behind the scene. Because realistically, I want to show you something here. I was eating corn, okay? A lot of high starch. It's a lot higher in fat, a lot higher in protein. It wasn't fresh corn. It was a lot of dried stuff, a lot of frozen stuff. I ate it for 6 months, and I gained a lot of fat and water retention from it. So I had this photo taken on January 1st of this year. That was after 6 months of eating corn, and it just did not agree with my body. Now fast forward, we're 3 months after that right now. I took this photo yesterday. And this photo was taken, okay, I've got a 6-pound weight loss, significant increase in muscle, while eating over 3,000 calories each day. So people ask, what originally spurred me to eat corn? Well, I was under eating a bit and I was craving something dense and heavy. That's why I ate it. As soon as I cut that habit out and started eating all the fruits and vegetables I care for, over 3,000 calories each day, I actually lost weight and gained muscle. So fruit does not make you fat. Fasting makes you fat. Calorie restriction makes you fat. So I'm so passionate about this issue because there's so much misinformation out there. You can lose weight temporarily, very quickly if you calorie restrict. But the reason the weight loss industry has repeat customers is that it never works long term. All that works long term is eating all you care for and living a lifestyle of abundance. So I have nothing personally against Andrew Perlot. Actually, a lot of his information is some of the first I ever found on the low-fat, high-carb raw diet. But I do have a problem with lying to people or giving them misinformation, not giving them the full facts, so that they can make an educated decision. So if you guys like this concept, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.